Have you ever heard of a star living inside another star? No, this isn't some sci-fi plot twist. It's a real mind-bending possibility in astronomy. They're called Thorne-Żytkow Objects, or just TZOs for short. And if they exist, they might be the weirdest type of star in the entire universe. Picture this, a giant, bloated red supergiant star, and buried deep in its core, a tiny but insanely dense neutron star. It's like a Russian nesting doll, except instead of painted wood, you've got nuclear fire, gravity strong enough to crush mountains into dust, and temperatures that could vaporize anything you've ever known. So, where did this crazy idea come from? Back in around 1975, two astrophysicists, Kip Thorne and Anna Zytkow, wondered, what if a neutron star ended up inside a regular star? And instead of just joking about it, they ran the numbers. The math checked out. The result was a blueprint for a whole new type of star, the star within a star. Before we get to how that happens, let's meet our two cosmic actors. First, red supergiants. These are enormous dying stars, tens of times more massive than our sun, but so swollen that if you placed one where our sun is, its surface could swallow Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and still have room for Jupiter's orbit. They're slow-burning, bloated powerhouses at the very end of their lives. Second, neutron stars. These are what's left after a giant star dies in a supernova. Imagine squeezing 1.5 suns into something the size of a city. A single teaspoon of neutron star matter? It would weigh about 1 billion tons. That's heavier than every building in New York City, combined. And its surface is hundreds of times hotter than the sun's. Now, here's the wild part. How do you get these two very different cosmic creatures to combine? It usually starts in a binary star system. Two stars born together, dancing around each other for millions of years. One burns faster, dies first, and becomes a neutron star. The other keeps aging until it swells into a red supergiant. If they're close enough, the neutron star can plunge into the red supergiant's vast outer layers. And once it's inside, game on. It doesn't just float there like a polite guest. It's more like a wrecking ball crashing through a cloud, smashing through the gas, creating turbulence and losing speed. This slows it down, causing it to spiral toward the center. This death spiral could take decades, maybe a century. Here's the so what moment. If the neutron star survives the journey and doesn't cause the whole thing to blow up, it replaces the red supergiant's core entirely. That's when you've got a TZO. From the outside, it looks just like any other red supergiant. You'd never know there's a neutron star buried inside unless you really looked. And by looked, I mean breaking down the starlight with spectroscopy, basically a cosmic fingerprint test. Why? Because these hybrid stars cook up unusual chemical recipes. They can produce strange surpluses of elements like lithium, rubidium, and molybdenum, elements normal red supergiants don't make in such abundance. That's your clue. The problem? Space is messy. Some regular stars can show similar chemical quirks. Dust can muddy the light, and even our best telescopes sometimes can't tell the difference. We thought we'd found one, a star called HV 2112, about 200,000 light-years away. It had the right chemicals, the right brightness, the right look. Astronomers got excited. But follow-up studies threw cold water on it. Maybe it's just a regular star at the end of its life, or maybe it's even closer than we thought, making it far less exotic. So if these things are real, how many could there be? Older estimates from the 1990s suggested somewhere between 20 and 200 TZOs in our galaxy. But more recent 2025 models, which use improved binary evolution simulations, predict a much rarer population. Only around 5 in the entire Milky Way right now. That's almost nothing compared to the hundreds of billions of stars out there, which means finding one is like finding a single bright grain of sand in all the beaches on Earth. But here's why it matters. If TZOs exist, it proves neutron stars can survive being swallowed whole. It tells us incredible things about how binary star systems evolve, how matter behaves under insane pressures, and how some of the universe's rarest elements get made. They might even help solve the lithium problem, the mystery of why there's more lithium in the universe than theory says there should be. And here's something interesting. TZOs might live 10 times longer than a normal red supergiant. That's because they're not powered solely by fusion like normal stars. They're also powered by the neutron star's gravity, sucking in material and releasing enormous energy. In other words, once one forms, it's sticking around for a while. So yeah, we might not have confirmed one yet, but the hunt is far from over. Every improvement in telescopes, every new survey, every clever trick astronomers invent brings us closer to spotting a true star within a star. And when we finally do, it'll be like looking at a lighthouse on a distant shore and realizing the light is coming from a blacksmith's forge hidden inside. A cosmic secret, burning away for millions of years, hidden in plain sight. Because in the end, the Thorne-Żytkow Object is more than just an astronomical oddity. It's proof that the universe can still surprise us, that even in the vast emptiness, there are hidden worlds of fire and gravity playing out in ways we've only just begun to imagine. So, next time you see a big bright red star twinkling in the sky, remember, for all we know, you could be staring at one of the strangest things in existence. A star with another star beating at its heart, a cosmic secret the size of a solar system, hiding in plain sight. And if you love exploring the universe's weirdest mysteries made simple, make sure you're subscribed to Space Science Simplified, so you don't miss the next journey.